This is how good Islam is, right? Because up until this moment, when Charles Oliveira finished Justin Gaethje and he just beat him up and dropped him on the feet and then submitted him on the ground, people were thinking there's no one that can challenge Charles. Charles is at such an elite level. Islam beats him so soundly that now you're like, I don't even know if it makes sense for Charles to fight him again.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's how good he is.
Yeah.
Oh, no. No, Jack. Yes, turn. Yes, half guard. Yes, half guard. Okay, I'm stressing. There you go. Yes. Yes. No. Don't destruct me. Oh. Yes. Oh.
Come on.
The little wins. Now, come on, Jack. Just go. Yeah. Angry. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. 1 minute scrap. Yes. Let's go. Yes. That's what.
It has to. Like, come on.
There you go. This is how it should be. Yes. Yes. He did sprawl.
Joe Rogan has finally reacted to Islam Makhachev's devastating victory over Jack Della Maddalena, and the MMA world is buzzing. Because this wasn't just another dominant performance from Islam, this was a warning to the entire lightweight division. A message that the champion isn't just holding the belt, he's evolving into something far more dangerous. Rogan broke down the fight with precision. He said the moment Jack tried to push forward and force the exchanges, Islam read him instantly. The timing, the footwork, the distance control, the calmness under pressure. It all looked like a man who had already watched this fight play out in his head 1,000 times before ever stepping into the octagon. Even when Jack landed clean shots, Rogan pointed out that Islam never looked shaken for a second. No panic, no hesitation, just total belief in his defense, his chin, and his ability to dictate every moment of the fight.
Easier the takedowns became. Now, Jack, according to his coach, was stuck in the mud. He wasn't moving the feet quite as much. And at the end of every round, his coach, and I'm sure they have a great relationship, so they understand each other, should I say. But the coach was just giving him a hard time. He was like, what are you doing, mate? Don't sit there in half guard. Don't do this. Don't do that. Come on, you got to fight him. You're stuck in the mud. He was just giving him crap every single time. And Jack, as the fight was going on, was just looking more and more deflated, dejected, defeated. DC and Rogan were saying that he was grimacing. He was grimacing in pain. I'm sure that some of the elbows and the punches and the calf kicks were all hurting. But I think for the most part, it was just the fact that he couldn't do anything. He was getting taken down. He was getting controlled. He did do a good job of not giving up, okay? Because, listen, Islam is a tremendous fighter, okay? He's got a record now of 28-1. He now ties Anderson Silva for a 16-fight win streak. I still think Anderson's was more impressive because 12 of those 16 fights were title fights, and that is more impressive. And of course, we saw some wild knockouts from Anderson Silva, but still, I'm not taking away from Islam Makhachev. What he's achieved is unbelievable. He's a two-weight division champion. Anderson Silva didn't do that, and he has won 16 in a row, okay? So take it out. Unbelievable. And it was domination from start to finish. He caught the single leg and then he sweeps the other leg in round one. In round two, he pushes Jack up against the fence. Jack got a little bit too confident.
Sorry, for most people, we need to win the streak. Jack can keep winning the streak. Charles Oliveira didn't know. Let's go! Let's go to the chicken. I'm gonna want you wait. Let's do it. Iron Man. Coach.
Islam Makhachev just defeated Jack Della Maddalena in the main event of UFC 322. Oh, man. Dominated him by decision. 5 rounds, a half guard. What's there not to love, man? Just really riveting stuff. Islam Makhachev wins, dude. Double champ. Not simultaneously. They don't allow that anymore for some reason. But Islam Makhachev defeats Jack Della Maddalena at welterweight. 5 rounds, dominates it. gets the takedowns, stays on top. I think these were the strike stats. 5 rounds against JDM. 26 significant strikes landed over 25 minutes. Oh, 19 minutes of control time. 4 for 4 on takedowns, dude. His takedowns were good.
Islam Makhachev's performance left people stunned. The moment he read his opponent's reactions, he seemed to instantly turn that information against him, and everyone watching picked up on it. The debate that followed was split. Some fans argued that Jack Della Maddalena was undersized and shouldn't have accepted the matchup, while others insisted that it wouldn't have mattered who stood across from this version of Makhachev. He was simply on another level. Even top fighters like Charles Oliveira, Dustin Poirier, and Gaither chimed in online, many of them echoing the same message. Makhachev's real weapon is a way he shuts opponents down mentally before they can ever get into the fight. Now, the big question is what comes next for the division. If he keeps dismantling contenders as convincingly, who's actually left to pose a real threat? Some fans are pushing for him to move up to welterweight and chase a second belt, while others want to see him stay at lightweight and build one of the most dominant championship runs the division has seen in years.
UFC fighters put Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena.
I think Della is going to get it done.
I cannot go against Makhachev in this one.
I don't know who's going to win this fight, okay? Like right now at this moment, I'm leaning towards Islam.
For me, I'm going to go with Islam Makhachev.
I think Islam, we'll see. He's going to use his wrestling more.
I still think Islam should win.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if JDM gets it done.
I would still kind of give the edge to Islam.
So for me, with this one, I think I'm going to pick Islam.
You know what? I'm going to go Jack. Man, obviously, I'm going the underdog, going Jack Della Maddalena.
Islam is going to dethrone Jack Della Maddalena.
I am picking JDM to beat Islam.
You know, I'm going to go with Jack Della Maddalena just because of the weight.
I'm leaning towards JDM, but I don't know why.
I think he beats Jack Della Maddalena. I think he finds a submission towards the end of the fight.
I think Islam probably going to win a decision.
I think I'm going to go with Islam.
I will go with Islam Makhachev because of the grappling.
Can I ask you, and we'll shift gears to Islam a little bit now. Are you sad we're not seeing Topuria versus Islam?
Yes, but ish, because I'm pumped to see Islam versus Jack. I love that fight for Jack. I want to see Jack get that opportunity. I want to see Jack given the opportunity to really just start like shutting down stars.
Let's talk about, because we'll talk about Pantoja and Kai Kara fronts in a second.
He tried to go for a whizzer kick or a hip throw. Tried to go for a hip throw on Islam Makhachev. What are you doing? You don't do that. He shouldn't be trying to grapple with Islam at all. But of course, he had success against other grapplers in the past. Against Bilal Muhammad, he was able to have some success in the grappling transitions. But of course, Islam Makhachev is the next level. Okay, so he made a big mistake there in trying to go for his own throw. Ended up back on the ground. And then in rounds 3, 4, and 5, Islam just timed them perfectly. There was almost no resistance, but there was a lot of resistance on the face of Jack, right? He looked miserable. He looked like he couldn't wait for this fight to win. And I'm not saying that to insult Jack, far from it. In fact, I'm saying the opposite, because he could have taken the easy way out several times. Islam was trying to finish him. He was trying to get Kimuras. He was trying to get straight arm locks. He was trying to get the doors multiple times that he's got many other great fighters with, and he was trying to get rear naked chokes, okay? And Jack was tired. Jack was deflated. He was dejected. He was beaten, and he knew it was. He knew he was. And all he could have done was just extend his arm. All he could have done was not resist, okay? But the man was still fighting. He was still trying to get back to his feet. His coach is giving him a hard time in the corner. They're all frustrated with him because, of course, they just want the best for him, but it wasn't meant to be, okay? Islam dominated the fight. It was one-way traffic. It was pretty easy. I don't know if Jack even landed a clean shot. In fact, he did. At the start of the first round, he landed a nice, I think it was a right hand or a left, it doesn't matter. He landed a good clean shot, and he went forward, and he was putting Islam on the back foot.
Joe Rogan also addressed the narrative that Islam Makhachev is somehow dull or overly reliant on one approach. But after this fight, that criticism vanished almost instantly. What Makhachev delivered wasn't a grind-heavy, wrestling-first strategy. It was a clinical, high-level dismantling. He mixed timing, power, and fight IQ in a way that made it clear he can dictate a fight in any range he chooses. And Jack Della Maddalena deserved respect as well. He stepped in, took a massive risk, and faced the most dominant champion in the sport when many others wouldn't have said yes still. For all the momentum Jack carried into the octagon, Makhachev reminded everyone why he's operating on an entirely different tier right now. The conversation among fans is now split. Some argue that he's beaten everyone in reach and should look for fresh challenges outside the division, while others want an Oliveira trilogy or marquee showdown with someone like Leon Edwards. But what no one disagrees on is this. After UFC 322, Islam Makhachev is firmly established as the most dangerous champion in the UFC, and Rogan believes we're only seeing the start of a new, frighteningly dominant chapter.